Hello everyone and welcome back to IPL Trivia Fever with your host Priyadarshan. I'm here to do the pre-match review for today's second match, that is the Sunrisers Hyderabad taking on the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Bangalore desperately wanting these 2 points to qualify for the playoffs, which will be certain if they win today's game, whereas Hyderabad just need these 2 points to still stay in the fight for making it to the playoffs or making it to the top four. So it's going to be an interesting match. It's going to be a match of many emotions, and obviously both the teams have the players, they have the strategies, and let's see who can emerge victorious on top. Now, before we get into any more statistics and the lineup of the teams, it's time for some questions. So I'm going to start off with the questions for the players of the Sunrisers Hyderabad team. This cricketer used to play for Tamil Nadu in domestic cricket. He then moved to Meghalaya. He then made his first class debut on 9th December 2019 for Meghalaya in the 2019-20 Ranji Trophy. In the first innings of the match, he took 9 wickets for 52 runs. They were the third best figures in Indian domestic first class cricket. Which cricketer are we talking about? So this cricketer hasn't played a match for Sunrisers Hyderabad, but maybe we might see him on debut tonight. But the name of this player that we are looking for is Sanjay Yadav. So Sanjay Yadav was the answer. Moving on to our second question. Who became the youngest captain of West Indies team at 23 years and 72 days of age? So getting the responsibility of captaining a team, that too at such a young age, that means this player has great potential, and he does play really, really well. The answer that we are looking for is Jason Holder. So Jason Holder is the answer. And now it's time to move on to the RCB team. So here are 2 questions of the players and the support staff of the Royal Challengers Bangalore. He grew up in a small town of Phalaborwa on the border of the Kruger National Park in South Africa. This has earned him the nickname Phalaborwa Express. So name this cricketer. Now obviously, since I'm saying South Africa, we're talking about Express, so that means it's a pace bowler. I think you know where I'm going with this. The answer that we are looking for is the fast bowling sensation, Dale Steyn. So that was the answer for the third question. That brings us to our last question for today. So here it goes. He previously occupied the position of Chief Financial Officer and Secretary of Electrosteel Castings Limited, Chief Financial Officer and Executive Director at United Spirits, Chief Financial Officer and Secretary for ICRA Limited, and the Chief Financial Officer at Ambuja Cements Limited. He is currently the Chairman of the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Name this high-profile chairman. So many of us know the players, but how many of us know our support staff well, or the people behind the scenes who help making the tough calls? So the answer for this is Sanjeev Churiwala. So Sanjeev Churiwala was the answer for our last question. Now, coming back to the teams, Hyderabad has struggled a little with their pick of players. Their bowling attack has been good. Rashid Khan doing a brilliant job with the ball. And obviously now that they got Saha back in the team for the last match, he played a really brilliant knock. So which took off a lot of pressure from David Warner and the other batsmen in the team. So I think they might continue with him today as well. When we're talking about the bowling, I feel Mohammad Nabi. Now this is another very big name when it comes to international cricket, and especially the T20 format. He is built for this format, and he may not be a better bowler than Rashid Khan, but as a batsman, yes, we have seen it, and we had seen it in the World Cup that happened last year as well. So I think he should be able to get a spot in the playing 11 for today. Other than that, the team has everything going right, except for obviously, like I've said in so many of my videos of Hyderabad, that they are missing Mitchell Marsh and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar really a lot, and that has affected their performances as well. But today is a fresh day. They should come out with a fresh mindset because they need these 2 points. If they don't get these 2 points, they will be out of the competition. And that is not a place where David Warner would want to see him and his Orange Army. So that is about the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Whereas when we talk about the Royal Challengers Bangalore, they have not had the best of the IPLs before this, but this year they're really proving their mettle. They're showing that they have it, and they have the quality, they have the patience, they have the perseverance to stay in the top four, to make it to the playoffs. And I'm really rooting for them to win this match because they deserve it. They deserve a place in the playoffs. You never know, they may even go all the way to win the cup. So it's all the best to all the fans, rather, for Hyderabad, Bangalore, all the teams. But Bangalore have really found a good working combination. Devdutt Padikkal has been the pick of the players. He's played so brilliantly. Has been a bit on and off, but he is someone you can rely on at the opening order. Well, obviously, Aaron Finch not being a part of the team makes a little sense because he was struggling a bit to get going. So now that they've got Dale Steyn back into the squad, and so these changes I feel are good. They will work for the positive. It will be a tough battle, and I would like to see which team comes out on top. But I hope that we have a good game of cricket. So all the best to all the fans, and I will see you tomorrow with the pre-match review for tomorrow's match. So I think it's time for some IPL action.